going to have a bit of a sleep. Now, my internet's not very good. Probably going to cut out every 5 minutes, but there's nothing I can do about it. Fortunately, just is that way. So it's rather annoying, but you know, that's the thing. You've got people who have no issues out here, ever. And then people who have nothing but problems with getting internet. So, kind of a little annoying. What do you do about it? Big love. You have too much food. I did. Had a bit of meat food. I want to have a sleep now. You want to have a sleep? A bit tired. It says it's morning sleep if I'm not. Morning sleep. You're on. You're a big tired girl. Well, it's that time of morning. Usually we'd be out riding, doing some work. But you're a bit sleepy, aren't you? A bit tired. Oh, look at the mud on that. It's pretty dank. I'm going to pick that out while it's sitting there. It's driving me crazy. Mud of ducks everywhere, haven't I? Mud and crap everywhere. And get your feet off that in a couple of days. Let the carrier coming out. Again. I think she's had too much food. Like breakfast. But you're tired now. So I've had a bit of this feed and I want to lie down and have a rest. Oh. Oh. Letting some gas out. Got a bit of gas. You're good? Oh, I am. I am good. Want to have a sleep? Yeah. A bit tired, baby. Give her a massage while she's resting. She likes that. Up and down the neck. Got a little bit of a crest happening now. We've got to settle down with our feed. No more big foods for you today. No more. It's a bit hot in the sun. I think she's just having a bit of a sleepy time. Because I don't want to do too much at night. Oh, do too much. What is it? Oh, is it chewy? You're a gatser. You're a gatser. We might as well do some brushing while we're down. Ground. A lot of hair. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Get rid of that. Nice in the sun, isn't it, Bobby? I'm having a good morning. Good morning, brushes. Very sleepy. We'll have to ride a bit later, probably this afternoon. It's not so hot. I only got ride this morning. Let's do it this afternoon. That's a good girl. Oh, those birds are up there. What do they want? What do they want? The hell? Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. Well, I can hear your guts all rumbling, so your guts are working good. Girl. Good job. Oh, you're such a good girl. You really are. Alright, here we go. Good morning, Miss Ellie. Oh. That's somebody's sister pathology guy or lady. Okay, we'll just pull them over. They've probably got a phone call. Alright, alright. Okay. You can go back to sleep, lovely. You're all good. There's a little sparrow coming over. You alright? Got a lot of hair. Oh, Zara's over there rolling. Lily's rolling. She's trying to copy. She's rolling. Oh, she gets. She's going to do your tail. Get all this hair off the butt. Oh, wow. There's a lot on here. A lot of hair. Very good girl. Look at that, Ellie. That's a ton of hair. will be happy. They'll be able to lift your hair and make a nest. Really good. Oh, I'm going to sleep. I'm just sleepy. It's just a very lazy girl. Had to fall asleep in the sun. Seems to have changed her sleeping time. It used to be a bit earlier in the day, but now she's doing it a little later. But summer's coming and spring's here. She's sleeping a little bit later. I think maybe earlier she was doing it earlier because it was winter. Probably tired from being up all night and moving around to keep warm. Whereas now she doesn't have to move so much at all. So it's very interesting. Hey Herman, how you doing? Hey Dominic, how you guys doing? I don't know how well you can see this, if it's working or not. Just keep having shit luck with the internet. Not good. But she's having a bit of a sleep. Well, it's better than sitting there. It's better than doing something when she's sleeping than doing nothing. She's fine with being brushed when she's sleeping. She's more than happy to have it happen. She enjoys it. Hey Tarzy, how you doing? She's just having a beautiful snooze right now. I love it when the horses are like this. This is like the lovely part of their day. They're just having a big snooze. She's all relaxed, the lip has dropped. She's like, oh, I'm tired. I'm trying to answer it. I can't read anything here. Yeah, she's having a good old day. One sleepy girl. It's good though, she's good. A lot of horses, when you approach them when they're on the ground, they get straight up. She doesn't, she just stays there. She trusts fully that I'm not going to do anything. She's very trusting in that way, which is good. It's good to have a horse that's trusting like that. Yeah. I'm tempted to do her back feet while she's lying there. I did her front one of her front ones. I'm tempted to do her back ones, but I think it might disturb her too much. She says, I don't know. I don't know if I want you doing that. And I can see there's a hoof there that I want to get at. What did Tarzy say? Oh, Tarzy must be thinking something's wrong. No, she's just sleeping. She's okay. And will you look over here? I've got a little blue wren over here. Little blue wren. Look at this little thing. He's coming over to get some hair. He wants to get the hair off of her so he can use it for his nest. He'll be looking for some hair. He's a cutie. Nice little blue wren. You sleepy girl. No, she's not sick. She's just having a bit of a sleepy time. She used to have this about, sometimes when I'll get up in the morning, she's asleep already. But now she's moved it to more towards the middle of the day. So it's 10 o'clock now, 10 a.m. She just finished all her breakfast not too long ago. And then she's starting to have a sleep after brekkie now, in the afternoon, in the mornings. Now I notice she goes down again around 3 o'clock for about 10-15 minutes, and then she comes back up again. So she's just having a snoozer. I'm glad that you can. I'm glad you can translate, Herman. Oh, she's so quiet, people think she's sick, but she's just quiet. I can do the same thing with Toki. When he's sleepy, he'll let me go all around him. He doesn't care. He's fine with it. You waking up, bub? Let me do this. Pretty good. Now keep him. Good, I'll get to have a good look at this hoof when she's lying down. Yeah. Keep your feet all nice. You're going to sleep. Yeah, you're just sleepy. Where's Mum? I'm trying to go to sleep. What are you doing? What are you doing? The guts are moving nicely. I'd be worried if I was hearing no gut sounds. I'd be worried if she wasn't making any sounds in her stomach, but she's got her guts are making lots of nice sounds. If you ever have horses lying down and you're not used to them lying down, a lot of people panic. But if you can hear their guts moving and things like that, they're generally pretty good. The other thing is she's just come off season, so she's on her tail end of being on season. So she might be a little bit drowsy as a result of all that hormonal change and things like that, but she's perfectly fine. She's just having a bit of a... Your French is... You figured it out. Oh. I can't do much French. La morte de Chula se siffle chose à bon moi. That's about all I know in French. Which is apparently, the love of God is wonderful to me. I learnt that years and years ago when I was a young kid. I was probably about, 10 or something when I learnt that. I remembered it 40 years later. I still remember that. Can't remember what I did this morning. Can't remember where I can't find keys. I can't find things. But you're going to roll over. You're going to lie right down. She's really tired. Super tired. It's so funny, when she lied down, Zara decided she was going to lie down and do a big roll. They tend to compete continuously, those two girls. She's given up now and gone down the back end. Yeah, so generally most people don't see horses lying down, but believe me, they lie down all the time. There's actually a lady on YouTube who does videos of her horses sleeping, and they're like mine. They're like Ellie. They'll stay like, if she goes, she can sit on them and stuff. I mean, I could sit on Ellie too, but I don't want to, because I don't want to push her and then make her get up if she doesn't want to get up. But a lot of the times she lives on this main highway. She's in the United States. And people drive past and they pull in and knock on the door and say, I think your horse is dead, because their horse lies completely flat down, legs sticking out, and it looks like a bloated corpse. And it's just sleeping. And she's like, no, it's just sleeping. And they're like, no, we're certain your horse is dead. So she goes out and basically wakes him up and shows him, oh yeah, he's good. She said she gets a lot of people, at least 2 or 3 people a week that will stop, and she said it's nice because people are noticing. It's nice that people notice, but it's a bit of a bugger because people think he's dead all the time. He's just lazy. He's probably the same age as Ellie, this horse. He's probably 5 or 6. He's just a lazy sleeper. He likes to sleep. I like how you get people who like to sleep. Yep, she's going to lie down now. Here she goes. She says, I'm sleeping now. There she is. Big sleep. Groan. Says, yeah, I'm good. Oh, you're all right, lovely. Just coming past. It's okay, you're all right. You're good. Good girl. She says, I'll get up if you come. So she doesn't like it when she's flat down. She's flat down, she doesn't like getting right next to her. But she's fine with you if she's sitting up. Hey Norma, how you doing? Hey Lou, how you doing? So she'll go back up. But if she lies back down again, I'll just let her be there. She's so sleepy. She might actually, sometimes she likes a little rub under. Oh, there we go. That's the favourite spot. Yeah. Yeah? Oh. No, she says, don't do it. Leave me alone. I want to sleep. So I'm going to leave it be. Kurbantino. I don't know what that means. My daughter came up once and she was sleeping and she said, Mom, Ellie's in the paddock. She's not moving. I said, just watch her stomach. It'll go up and down. If you see her and then her tummy's not moving, then you know. She dreams as well. Sometimes she lies down and she dreams and her legs go like she's running. Good evening, Emas. How you doing? So sometimes she has these dreams and she runs sideways when she's lying down. I've only seen it a couple of times. It's quite funny to watch though. I've seen the little fella do it as well. Dreaming horses. You can lie back down flat down if you want to. Good girl. Why is she lying down? Because she's having a sleep. See, a lot of people that aren't around horses, they watch YouTube videos of people showing horses sleeping, well not sleeping, but lying down, and it's because they have colic, and people panic. So the minute they see a horse lying down, they think it's colic or it's some kind of issue with the horse. But no, they sleep. They sleep a lot. They sleep a lot. No, she doesn't have a stomach problem. This is what she does all the time. This is very normal for her. But it's kind of you to be concerned, but she's fine. And the Appaloosa eyes don't really help either. People look at the Appy eyes and think something's wrong with her as well. They'll be like, oh my God, what's wrong with your horse's eyes? And there's nothing, she's in Appaloosa. They have eyes that are different. And they look a bit cartoony. She's going to have a dream. The other guys are all down the back end. Yeah, she's tired, but also a lot of it too is because of the seasonal thing, because she's been in season. They do get a little bellyache when they're in, some mares get bellyaches when they're in and out of season. It's like human beings, it's like human women. When they're on a menstrual cycle, they can be uncomfortable. It can be a little bit of that sometimes too. She's always more sleepy when she is going through a cycle, so that's just how she is. She's probably thinking, go away, leave me alone. I don't want you making noise near me. You all good? Here she goes. She's gonna jump up. She says, I've had my nap. Up I get. There we go. Nothing wrong. So yeah, and this is like, you know how lately she's been a bit naughty with me, and a lot of it has been around, she's going to go and see if she can find some more food. Well, straight away. Well, she might go, oh no, she's going straight for food. Nothing wrong with her. If she was having gut issues, she wouldn't want to eat. They turn off their food very quickly when they're getting colic. They don't want to eat, they don't want to drink, and they virtually don't want to get up. But there can be other things that they can have. They can have ulcers and things. She doesn't have an ulcer. I did a lot of stuff when I first had her because she's such a lazy horse. It was very alarming to me because I'm used to having horses that get up and move. And when my daughter and I first started working with her, we got the chiropractor out, we got the vet out, we got everybody out over and over again, trying to figure out why she was so lazy, why she didn't want to do things. It was all just behavioural. And you rule things out, of course. You never just assume, you know, if it goes beyond a normal realm. Like if she had been staying down for an hour, I would have then said, well, let's get up. She was only down for about 20 minutes, half an hour maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I gave her a bit of a brush when she was down. Look, she's straight back up, straight into the food again. It tells me there's nothing wrong with her whatsoever. And I know her pretty well. I've actually seen her where she did have some colic one time. She did have some colic. And when she has colic, she behaves very differently. She has, her ears are very much pinned back. She's very much upset. Like she'll keep touching her stomach. She'll keep touching her belly over and over and over again. She'll also pick up those back legs constantly. She'll just keep picking them up over and over again. And then she'll plant the feet really wide out, and it'll be like how when they're foundering, and she'll do that, and that's all to get the gut going. The best thing you can do for a horse who's colicking is to keep walking it, to keep it walking and moving. She had it when we first got her, and the vet sort of said it's probably from travelling, because she travelled quite a ways. She was a few hours, and she hadn't been handled or anything, so she was a few hours in a... What is it? What's up? There's the other ponies, eh? Gonna get a drink? So I was very worried. The very first time I had to call a vet out, I said, oh my God. The vet said, well, how did she get here? And she hadn't been handled, so first time ever basically being handled properly. She got thrown on a truck. She'd never sort of been led or anything, so she didn't really know anything at all. Look at her, she's looking at the dog. She says, what's that dog doing? He's over there with his cone on. She says, oh, the dog is there. I've got some bad news, Herman. Puppies, the dog's got, the tumours are starting back up on the eyelid again. So there won't be anything I can do about it. The vet did say if they come back, then there's really nothing more that can be done. So I'm hoping they just slow down and don't grow too quickly, but he's got more on his face that are growing fairly rapidly. So that's a bit disappointing, but it can happen once they take some away. It can come back. So she did sort of say it may come back. It was worth a try. But we'll just keep him going until he's, well, if he's got quality, we'll keep him going. Is she a thoroughbred horse? No, she's a gypsy cob crossed with an Appaloosa. It's a bit of a strange mix. You don't ordinarily see people breed those two together. So it's a strange mix, but it's a good mix in the sense of you get some good solid legs on the body. You get a really good. Well, she's got a base coat that's dark, so she's reverse spotted with her appy part. So she's got the chocolate base coat. She's actually starting to get darker, I think, on the underneath. Her next coat that she gets will be darker, but she's quite grey right now. That'll all come off. All that grey will come off, and she'll get darker, and then she'll have mottled black underneath with the mottled grey on top, which will be more like a she'll look like a marble, like chocolate. You know how you get white chocolate mixed with brown chocolate and they have a marble effect? That's how she'll go if she does what she did last year. She's chasing that little bird. She says, "What are you doing, little bird?" There's a little bird there. Yeah, got a good shape to her. She's a solid horse to ride, very smooth. And when my chiropractor was working with her, he said to me, "I bet you this horse has a beautiful trot and canter." I said, "She does. She absolutely does. She's probably the best riding horse I've ever had for trotting and cantering." And I've got Zara. Zara's a good little ride to have, but she's very choppy, being a pony. But Ellie's got a really smooth. Her canter's actually slower than her trot. So if you're trotting and you go into a canter, it's very slow. And but her gallop is super fast. I found out the hard way. She's got a really nice trot and canter on her. We actually cantered last time, so I'm hoping I may be able to ride her today and get a bit of a canter happening there. So I'm just going to give her a few moments while I get myself ready, and I'm just going to clean up the poops and stuff that she's done. How she feels about having I'll catch her and see how she feels about getting ridden today. She may throw it again, she probably will. See how we go. Walnut chocolate. That's a good way of saying it. Yeah, walnut chocolate's that's a good way of saying it. She's sometimes going to a rich brown chocolate, like almost black. So she has 3 coats a year, usually. And she'll have, this winter coat comes off, she'll get a grayer coat, then that'll come off, and then she'll get the dark summer coat. So it takes her longer to shed because she has 2 separate coats to shed through. So she changes colours roughly 3 times a year. I've had people that have rang me and said, "Have you got a new horse?" because she's turned black. And I'm like, no, that's Ellie. And then they'll ring me, you know, 3 months later. You got a new horse there, you got a grey. No, it's Ellie. So she is, never can really tell because she's 5 now. So this may be, I don't know. She will get lighter as she gets older though. She will go more grey, eventually become full grey. But her head used to be full chocolate and it's almost grey now. So it's an interesting mix. It's always, you always wonder what's going to happen this year. I could be completely wrong. She may go a completely different colour. Sometimes she goes almost a buckskin in certain parts, and it's really, really beautiful. Like she had it all over her body. It'd be gorgeous colour. Let's see how we go with her. Spin this around. Oh, she's 5. She turns 5 in October. On the 15th of October, she's 5. So next month. Yeah. Now I'm going to spin this around and I'm going to grab her gear, put this over here so I can see if you can see her. Down. And I just don't know what I've just done with that. Hang on. I keep on stuffing up and doing the wrong thing. Let me grab that. Now I'm expecting a fight again after yesterday and this other day. She's still fighting with the mare in the paddock. So generally if she's fighting with the mare in the paddock, she's fighting with everything. We'll see if we get a good response from her today. I'm a little apprehensive about getting on. I don't really feel like riding today, but I will give it a whirl. We'll see how it goes. But if she's really okay. I'll be back in a moment. And of course, this is a live. Very few people do lives with horses. I don't understand why they don't, but a lot of people won't do it live. They want to edit because they're worried in case something goes wrong and they look stupid. But you shouldn't worry about looking stupid because horses will make you look stupid anyway, regardless. It doesn't matter how good you are at what you do. They're always going to be having an element of surprise or difficulty here or there. Some days she's perfect for me and she looks fantastic. She does everything right. Other days she just refuses, and it makes it, you know, as people saying, you don't know what you're doing, you have no idea what you're doing, blah, 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 blah. And I can understand when they've seen one portion of the picture. If you actually go on my channel, you can watch my journey with Ellie, including my dangerous fall I had off of her, and see where we've been and how we've been before and what we got up to before my fall, which is almost a year ago. Now it's taken me a year to get to this point where I'm actually cantering again, because I'm deathly afraid of coming off again and totally killing myself. We'll see how we go when I catch her. She'll give me an indication pretty quickly. good brush already, so I won't have to do much brushing wise, just get a little bit of extra stuff off. And I think she's going to give me a little bit of trouble here or there today. It wouldn't surprise me. Good girl. Nothing did a lot of brushing earlier, but she's too much. And I am not an expert. I only do what I do with my horses. I always say to people, your horse will tell you what you need to know. And even if they're playing games with you, because horses can play games with us as well, they can do the, I'm going to make you too scared to get on me. They'll let us know if they're meaning it or not. You just got to learn to figure them out. Figure out their body language, figure out, you know, what they're willing to do to get out of something and what you're willing to do to help encourage them to get into a mind frame that's listening and good. So, especially with a young horse, they will test you and test you. Pretty ordinary. I'm completely self-taught, and I have had a lot of people come to work. You've come over and seen her and said, let me work her. That have a history with working with horses that are, you know, cattle horses and ranch horses and things like that. And they go, oh, we could deal with it. But then they get in with her and then they get, very quickly they get humbled. So she doesn't like arrogance. If you're arrogant around her and you're arrogant and you go, you do what I want and that's it, she will she will give you a hard time. She's a very intelligent girl, very smart. So at the moment what she's been doing with me lately is whenever I'm going to saddle her up or do anything, she's getting a bit girthy. Mares do that. And she's trying to do a lot of this, picking this one up and doing striking. You've got to be careful of a striking horse. Now, the striking behaviour was with her when I got her. She was living with a goat from 4 months of age. She was taken from her mother and put in with a goat at 4 months of age. So the goat jumps up and strikes with its feet. So she learnt, jump up, strike with your feet, and paw at everything and strike. And she has a habit of doing those things when she decides she's either want to tell you I don't want to do something, or she wants to put herself on a higher level with the other horses. So the striking out it's an uncomfortable thing to work with, but if you understand how she works, you can work around it and you can get past the little tantrums that she throws. And I think she's going to be like that for life. I don't think it'll ever change. I think she'll always have those I mean, she may improve when we start going out and doing things elsewhere. She may be more willing to go and do things. At the moment, because I'm in the round yard all the time and I'm not leaving the round yard, she's like, you're going backwards, I'm going forward, what are you doing? So she's not too happy about the fact that she's going to try and run from me. There we go, have a smell. Let's start doing this stuff in a second. She'll probably use this leg on me. You going to do it, or are you going to be a good girl? Well, I don't know, Mum. I'm thinking about it. Oh, she's going to give it to me. You going to give it to me? Oh. So I might just do it in a little bit. Have a smell. Oh, look at that. So with a girthy horse, what you want to do is take it slow and take it easy with them. And don't be too forceful. Drop. Good girl. Work it slowly. especially if they're a mare and they've had some issues. And you'll see as soon as I start to do this, she may or may not. I think she will. She may strike out. That's okay. I'm not worried about the lead rope being on the ground. She's accustomed to having the lead rope on the ground. I train all my horses in that way. Yeah, good girl. She's a little cranky, a little uncomfortable. And the reason I'm keeping myself out is so she strikes, I'm not where she can grab me and get me dropped. Good drop. Good girl. Lovely. Lovely. Good job. What a good girl. Just a drop. We're going to go slow. Good. Slow. And a little bit at a time. You don't want to do everything in one hit at all. Especially with a horse that is a little sensitive. All right, lovely. Go on. Okay. Here we go. So, she's actually been pretty darn good today. This is a lot better than I anticipated. Being a lot nicer than she was yesterday. And let me turn that around so you can see it. It's a lot better than what I had. She's extremely confident, this mare. I don't know what I've done with my glasses. Here they are. I'm not confident, I'm nervous. I'm an anxious person. I have an anxious personality, I've always been that way. But, what kind of... She knows, I've been like this for years. I've had several horses, they all know that I'm anxious, but they also know that I will also require... You can have anxiousness and also require leadership for them. So, come on. Here you go. Here you go, hub. Good girl. You just wait for her to decide she wants to go. If you push this horse, you're making a big mistake. So if you come in here yelling and screaming and get up and whatever, it won't work on her. It's got to be her that decides she's going to do it. And then you'll get a nice ride out of her. You'll get much more. It's going to give her a little bit more incentive. Come on. Good girl. Walk on. She's giving me a nice face. I like it. Norwegian Fords and Highland Ponies are very sturdy. Yeah. Yeah, I do like the Norwegian Ford. There is no wrong, Emas, there's no wrong side for a saddle. Your horse should be able to work either side. It's a bit of a myth. It's like saying that you can't get in and out of a car because you're on the wrong side. Well, if you're driving, yes, but I teach my horses from scratch that I can do anything on either side. So a lot of the older people and older generations, and still to this day, some certain disciplines and stuff, they'll teach you only get on the onside. And you only do your saddle up on the onside, but it's not. You can do it on either side. You've just got to make sure that you implement that when you start them out. I have a 31-year-old ex-trotter who I only acquired in his 20s, and he's retired now, but he had never ever been gotten onto on the offside. And when I got him from the lady who gave him to me, she was moving away. She said, "Can you please take Henry?" She likes how I work with horses. She likes that I'm patient. And Henry can sometimes need some patience. And I said, "Yeah, okay." I said to her, "But can you tell me, can I get on either side?" She said, "If you try and get on the offside, he'll buck and kick and throw you." So basically, I thought, well, I'm going to see if I can retrain him in that, but it didn't work. He just was too old, and he was set in his ways, and I wasn't going to try and get him to do it. I tried it a couple of times. I tried a little bit of training. He wasn't interested, and I left him be. But all my other horses are trained multi-side, and that's for a very good reason, because sometimes Also, the other thing is it's less wear and tear if you're getting on and off and you change sides. It's less wear and tear on the side that you're getting on and off on, especially if you're getting on from the ground. It's not so much when you're getting on from a block. Yep. Good girl, walk on. Walk on. There's a girl. But with this horse, so I got her, she's my daughter's, she came in when she was 15 months old. And she was pushing a lady. The lady had to get rid of her because she was pushing this lady into a brick wall in the stables. Come on. She's trying to pretend she doesn't know what I'm asking. So I'm saying, come on, let's go. And she was pinning this lady against a wall at meal times. And I said to the lady, you know, have you done anything with her? She said, I have done nothing with her. She did sit a rug on her and whatnot, and she was very quiet and calm with all that, and that was fine. But she didn't teach her how to lead. She had no halter training, no lead training, nothing. So I got her completely blank, apart from that Graham, the guy who transports for me, had basically led her onto the truck and then tied her up, and he said she was terrible getting in there. She wasn't keen to get going. So she had a bit of a really big experience going from where they were. It's about a 12-hour drive, and she was a night over in a different place before she came out here. Actually, I don't even know how many. It wasn't 12 hours. No, it's only about 8 hours, I think. But anyway, he got her on the truck, and then when he got her here, he said to me, do you realise this horse has had absolutely nothing done to it? It's completely blank. And I said, yeah. And he goes, oh, God, I hope you know what you got yourself in for. She's very dominant. And at 15 months of age, she was trying to dominate him. And he's a horseman who, you see that little nod there? So I'm going to use my tone in a different way. Walk on. Yeah. Good girl. Change my tone just a little with her, not be so soft. So she understands. Don't nod towards me like that. That nod is a challenge with her. It is not a nod, yes, I'm being good. That is I'm looking at you and I'm going to see if I can intimidate you. It's very slight, and if I let her get away with that, it'll get worse. And eventually that ends with her heading straight at me, doing whatever she wants to do. You've got to nip it in the bud with a young horse really, really quickly. And if you understand horse behaviour and you watch your horse, you watch the herd, you pick it up, you catch them early. You can work with them a lot better. There's more respect then. Good girl, nice walking. Good girl. And now we have Trotty. Hey, Trotty. She's going to see that nod there again. She did it again. So if she nods, I'm going to go fast. Get a trot. Staying out and back there. Trotting. Trot. No, not canter. Trot. Yeah. That face, she's given me the, I'm not doing what you want. Yep. And if she nods towards me again, I'll run her further. Change direction there. Yep. See the trot? It's a little trot. Whoa. Okay. What was that that scared you? What just frightened you? Huh? What was that? Oh, the dog. It's the dog. The dog. Yeah, everyone's different. I guess, like, some people are insistent that it should be from the right side shoulder. Others, like me, think it should be whichever way you do. Some horses, not every horse is right-sided either. Some horses, it's like people. They strike on their left side first. And you can sort of see if they're left or right-sided in that way. But ultimately, I think it's as long as you have them where they're comfortable with what you're doing. That's the thing. They need to be comfortable in what you're doing. If they're not comfortable with what you're doing, then you've got to modify what you're doing and try and change things up. So I'm not soft on this horse whatsoever. I just work differently with her than what I do with the others. And She went to a break after about 2.5 weeks only. I just wanted them to back her the first time on the saddle. I'd been riding her bareback, here and there, just sitting on a bareback and just going around, just with a halter. But I wanted them to do the saddle first time because I didn't have the confidence to try the very first. I saddled her up and everything. I did all the work and then sent her to the breaker. And I'm glad that I did what I did, that I'd sent him there, because it was a bit silly because they only sort of worked with her 5 days out of the 2.5 weeks because of the weather. So she didn't get much done, but she was still a bit young. And he said, nah, she's too young. We'll leave it for a bit, give her 6 months and then bring her back. But I ended up finishing her off because I already knew what I needed to know, and that was that she wasn't going to buck when I was on her. And I got bucked off. Last time I got bucked, I broke my back, and that was like, well, a serious buck. I broke my back, and that was like 9 years ago. So I didn't want to be breaking my back again. I'm getting too old for all of this. Get up. Let's go. I'm going to ask her to manoeuvre herself up. Come on. Good girl. Let's go. She says, I'm going to eat. Now come in. Come in here. Come here. Hook up. Hook up. Good girl. Bring her over here. Hook up. Good girl. Hook up. Good job. Good job. There you go. Good job. He said to me, this is a terrible horse. She's too lazy. He said, you're going to have a lot of trouble getting this horse motivated. And, I ended up getting her to do barrels. Not real fast, but we got into some barrels and stuff, so I can get her motivated. But the key with this girl is absolutely you must have consistency and you must have patience. She's not one to push, so you can't really push her. But let's turn that around. I'm going to pop this over here again. So we have to do a little bit of stuff. But she's really not a bad horse. She just needs to be motivated, that's all. Another stretch, is it? Yeah, good job. Good job. Little tight there. Good job. Lovely girl. Good. Oh, good job. Good girl. So she's very girthy because she's in season. That's okay, we can work with that. Actually, I don't know if I want to go up one or not. I might leave it at that. I might leave it at that. I might say it's a little loose, but better to give her, when she's in season like this, better to give her a little bit of that space and room to move. Go. That's a bit short of a leg to work that with. We'll see how we go getting a bridle done before we do anything else. Actually, I'm wondering if I should use the bitless bridle today. I might actually try that because it will go on her. It's just oh, actually no, I don't think it will. I've got to get a larger one to work with. We'll see how she goes. My confidence is terrible, and she knows it. She knows it. She knows that I get frightened very quickly and easily. But that's also not a bad thing, because having a young horse that will tolerate someone who's anxious is actually quite a good thing to know. She will tolerate that anxiousness. Good girl. The trick with her is never rush her, ever. And watch this, she's going to give me a bit of grief there. She says, no. Drop, you drop. I'll just keep walking with her. Stop there. When she stops and settles, keep walking. Keep walking. That's alright, you can put the head up. It's going to just take more time. Okay, it'll take more time then. Knows exactly what she's doing. Release. Give her a curve. Make a curve over here. Good job. Good girl. Yeah. Good job. And so I had to stay with her all that way, but in the end she actually gave nicely, which is good. She didn't carry on, she didn't strike me or anything. She was thinking about it, but she didn't do it, so that's good. I'm just going to let her have a moment to have a bit of a think. And just let her contemplate what's happening. Just make sure this is really where it needs to be. There we go, good girl. What I'm going to do, I'll grab my I'm not going to do that up any tighter today. It's a little looser, but I would rather it be a little bit loose than too tight. Strangling. Don't want to strangle them. And there we go, see. And this is what we did yesterday. She did all this stuff. And she did the... I'm going to walk forward. I'm going to ask her to step up. One step, one step. Lovely. Good job. Took that step back. Step up one step. Good girl. Second step. There we go. Good job. Doing very well. Good job. Now when I get up, I'm hoping that she doesn't carry on and do anything. I'm hoping she allows me to stand there without moving. She's not going to, so we're going to go backwards up here again. One more. We're just going to keep doing that until she's where we want her. She gets a bit smart then and she says, all right, well, I'll go in more further forward. And then when we're at a place where we feel like she's listening, we pop a little bit of a foot in, let her feel a little bit of weight. standing nice and still. I'll remove that weight again. Go to the other side, do the same thing. Now, some days I don't do this because I don't have to, but today I need to do it because she has been playing up at the mounting block, like this. Here, look. Good girl. Now move it forward again. Up, up. 2 more. Yep. There we go. Good girl. Good job. Drop. Drop and relax. Drop and relax. Drop. Good girl. There we go. The second part of it is the picking up of the reins is when she goes, you're going to ride me. I'm not very happy. That's okay, we can do this. You're good. Come on. Forward. And stand. Oh, good job. That's excellent. And we'll just keep going until she listens. So we give her more of that forward again. Good job. One more. Good job. And stand. Good girl. There we go. And then what I'd like you to do is keep standing while I put that weight in like she's on the other side. We'll be finished with. Stand there. Yep. And she's going to try and crowd me. That. Back we go. She says, Says, I'm not doing that. That's alright. She doesn't have to like it. Okay. Just keep correcting and asking nicely. Stand. And stand. Good. And stay. Good. As soon as I touch, she wants to do this crack. So she's trying to push me off here. What I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do too much at all. I'm just going to put a little bit of weight with a different foot. And see that ready to go to nip me there? Get up. We're going to walk around now. We're going to crisscross and walk around. Yeah. Back this way. And here. Notice that hind end's moving. Those feet crossing and thinking about what we're doing. It's all a game with her. And it looks like people are probably thinking, hurry up, hurry up. Well, no. We don't hurry up with her. We take our time. She's young. You don't want to make mistakes and get it to a point where there's an issue because we're rushing her. She'll eventually give in and listen. Now watch, she's standing here now. I can even put the foot there. Standing. Good girl. Stay. Good job. Stay. Now relax. Good girl. Lovely. Now, because she's done that, I'm going to take that pressure away again. Good job. Good girl. Reinforce when she does something right. Back up again. Good job. Stand. This time I'm going to put more weight. Good. Good girl. Good. Yes. Been very good. You take off the weight. Good job. Now, sit in. Good job. She knows that once I pick up those reins, that means I'm going to start doing some business. So I don't care if it takes me all day getting on and off this block for the next 6 weeks. But that's what it takes to get her to work with me. That's what it takes. Good girl. job. Yes, does a good job. Yeah. Come back. She says, well, you're doing all the work. I'm just standing backwards and forwards. That's fine. I see that. She doesn't understand this. What I'm doing is a reinforcement. That. Now I'm going to try alongside. There we go. Good. Yeah. Jill. Jill. We've got to a point where she's being accepting of just standing, and that's what we might even only get today because she is carrying on a little bit like a pork chop. I'm not too worried about riding her. I'm worried about just having that mounting block to where she's accepting that weight. And me getting up where I'm putting that weight there and then I'm releasing that tension. She's in a really shitty mood, so that's okay. Get back to that. Yes, it is. And I'll keep doing it until she settles, and then we'll finish. Once she settles, we'll finish up. But I'd like her to listen to what I'm asking without pulling faces and being silly. Once she does that, then there'll be pressure release. Good job. No, don't bite. That's not on. Good girl. Doing a good job. No. Keep up. Keep up. There we go. There you go. Stand there. Good job. Just going to stand here. Back. There we go. That's all I was asking. That's it. On that side. Now we'll go back to the other side and we'll do it on the other side. That's all we were asking for. She says, oh, okay, not so bad. You've got to continuously, with her, you've got to really work hard with her. She's one that is a smart horse. She knows how to get out of things. Stands nicely. You can watch the wheels turning in her head. She says, okay. Okay. So I've got my foot there. Now ask her to move a little closer for me. I'll take it out now. And come up forward again. Come on, love. Just go. Good girl. And you should have seen it when she was at the breakers. They had a lot of trouble getting her to stand. I was having no problem with her standing for me at home. But once she figured out it was going to be work, she was absolutely terrible. Good girl. Up, sit. Girl. That's it. I know what that is. She's trying to get that bit under her tongue there. She does that. Good girl. That's lovely. Good job. Says, oh, okay. So today, this may be all I decide to do with her. Because I don't want to push her and have a fight with her and then lose. Sometimes you've got to know when to end. And I will finish with one more side. This is the side that she usually has trouble with. So I will finish with this side. Girl. We'll go back to it. Good girl. Handstand. Good girl. sniffing shit is new. And the pony does it. And she was watching the other day while I was working with him. He turned around and had a crack at me. And she just stood there. And then she came over and decided she was going to try and nip me. Won't correct that straight away. Not on. Relax, relax. And there we go, she's relaxing now. She's trying to get that bit where I'm going to have to jump off. That's what she's trying to do. And then she stands still and relaxes and drops. Drop, drop, get off. Good girl. And we're going to end on that nice note there. No riding today. Not about always riding, it can be just about learning. Learning and repeating sometimes. Sometimes it's repetitive work when training young horses. And if you're an anxious person, you want to go slow. It doesn't matter, there's always time. Now ask her to drop, 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 drop. Good job. Good job. So she's really, it seems like it's not much of a win, but that is a win for me. The fact that she allowed me to sit on her and she didn't play up when I sat, and she was calm and nice, is a win. She's been in an awful state, fighting the other mare all the time, wanting to basically get into fights continuously with all the horses. And she's just one that really wants to dominate things. So you really have to take it very slow with her. And turn around. We're going to the park again so I can take off that saddle. While I'm lifting it off the dirt. Girl. I didn't get the dirt over first. That's on me. Oh. Silly, Mum. Silly. Silly. Yeah, it wasn't very exciting, but we did have a bit of a struggle, but she did well. Oops. What am I doing? And of course, my nerves don't help at all. But it's not that I don't know what to do. I know what I'm doing. I've broken in several horses, both to saddle and to cart for years on end. But what I don't know what to do with is my anxiety. So when if she's sensing that I'm in an anxious mode, she'll do one of two things. She'll either be very, very, very good for me, or she'll be very, 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 very naughty. It just depends on her mood and what it is she wants to do. Some days she'll do everything perfect. Today she didn't do everything absolutely perfect. She had a bit of an attitude, but we did get things done. So in the long run, that was a good result. And if you're like me and you're nervous around horses, it's time and patience. Be patient with yourself as well. Don't let other people rush you or tell you you can't do it can't do it the way that you want to do it. It's your horse, you do what you want with it. You do the way that you want. And the horse will help you and let you know. Young horses are really good to learn from when you work with a young horse. You'll learn a hell of a lot working with a horse like Ellie. If you can work with a horse like Ellie, then all the other horses are going to seem super easy. So when I bring my other mare over, she's going to seem like it's nothing. I'm going to grab her in just a moment and see oh, my horses had EMS. I want you to look and follow and watch some of my videos. This horse isn't badly trained. She's very well trained. This horse has just matured to a point where she's at a stage where she's wanting to dominate everything. And this is where the behaviours are all coming in. She's fighting consistently with the other mare, and she's like, let me get it, everybody. And basically, it's not that she needs a firmer hand. I'm very firm. I'm firm in a different way. I'm firm with patience. A lot of people are crack the whip and make them move, and crack the whip and crack the whip over their ass. The breaker did it. He basically gave her a good hiding with the whip, and she just ignored everything that he did. And I said to him, that won't work with her. It doesn't work with her. She's a horse that you can't beat her and get a good result. If you crack a whip on her back, she'll come and get you, and that's how she is. She's very dominant. She doesn't like somebody challenging her in that way. She prefers you to work with her rather than control her. So when you make it her idea, and it's repetition with a horse like her, a lot of people throw these horses out because they say they're too much work. They end up being the best horses you can get. It's the patience to work with her. 10 months ago, I had her in tip-top condition. She was doing everything I could possibly have wanted. She was beautiful. Listened, consistency every day. I rode her twice a day. She was consistent and everything was good. I had the accident and then everything went sort of pear-shaped. And after the accident, because I was severely injured, I thought twice about whether I even wanted to ever ride again. I got back on her 4 weeks after, and that was really difficult to do, but I did because I knew if I didn't, I would never ride her again. But I still have a lot of fear with being, and she's never done a thing wrong. I had her go working for almost 18 months in excellent shape, and she never ever bucked or bolted or did anything wrong. Didn't ever put a foot wrong, really. Bit lazy, but that's it. She's just lazy. But she got stung by something while I was on her, and when she got stung, she took off like a rocket and threw me. I got thrown through a fence. I was trying to actually get off her, and I dropped the reins, and then when I dropped the reins, she went into it the first time she's ever done a massive buck on me. She did a buck, and bang. So I got really badly hurt. I thought I was going to die. And actually, as soon as it happened, she actually came running. She went running away from the sting, of course, because it hurt. But she came running back and was basically hovering around me while I was trying to get myself up to go to drag myself up to go to the hospital. Got myself to the car and got to the hospital. Didn't break anything, but I bruised myself severely and cut up my hand and cut my face a bit, and it was pretty bad. But my knee got ruined, and my knee has never recovered since then. So I kind of have extreme apprehension doing a young horse now. I used to never have a problem with young horses. I've done a lot of young horses. In fact, pretty much every horse I've had has come to me either unbroken or partially broken and uneducated. Every single one of them's been uneducated. So it really is. It's hard for you to know the history unless you watch the journey I've had with her. But it's all there. I've been posting about her for 2 years now. So she's got, her whole journey's there. including the accident, from both a GoPro view and from my house camera view. So you can have a look and just see what happens, and just see how she is. And she has little quirky things here and there, but she's actually, once she's in consistent work, she's good. The problem has been I have not been consistent, and I have been avoiding being consistent, either because of health issues I have or because of fear and being anxious about having to move forward again. I finally got into a canter, I think it was 2 days ago, with her, that I asked her for. She cantered for me 2 other times since I had an accident, but I didn't ask her for it. She just went into it herself, and I stopped it. But I finally got into a canter that I asked for. That was huge for me. Today, I do not want to. Now, I could have gotten on her, and I probably could have ridden her, and I probably could have got her to walk, trot, canter, and done everything I asked. I'm not in the mindset for it today at all. I am, all I wanted to do was not have a fight with her or get into a pickle with her where she's fighting me about something. I just wanted to correct the things that we had trouble with last time, which was the mounting block. That used to never be an issue, but it's now becoming an issue because she's decided that she's going to use it as a weapon. And she does. So we're just getting really, we're getting into a rhythm again. And I do have another rider that rides her, but that rider's also not come out. So there's no consistency between the two of us. So this is my other mare, who I will actually let out shortly and bring her out. And I'll let Ellie out. Just got to make sure I've got all the gates locked, because if the gates are open anywhere, she'll be disappearing. So I'll just make sure the gates are shut and the dogs are out of the way. Sudi! Where's the dog? I don't know where he went. I didn't see him. I can't see him. He might have gone. Oh, there he is. It's right in front of me. Can't see what's right in front of me. I'll get Miss Zara. Come on, Sue. Come on. Come on. Come on, pup. Come, puppy. Come on. I hear anything I'm saying, so I've got to get directly in his line of sight for him to realise I'm here. Come on. I'll have to put him in here, because if I put him out there, she wants to grab him by the cone. She's been after his cone. Ellie's been after his cone for ever since the last 2 weeks, ever since he's had it on. So I'm going to get him to, come on, stay up here. Come in the house, come on, in you go. Good boy, in you go, good boy, come on. Good boy, in you go, good boy, good girl. And stay. They'll probably try and come back out. She can go out for a little bit. I don't want her out in the grass for too long. She can have about half an hour while I do Zara quickly. Stay there, pup. They're very different horses. And yeah, I'm kind of glad I've got two riding horses here at the moment, because a lot of people are very judgmental in the horse world. I get criticised a lot. And then they see what I can do with this girl that is completely different to this girl. And they're like, oh, okay. Huh. It isn't you. They're just different personality horses. Okay, that's, that makes sense. So that's what happens. And there's a lot of people that, don't realise that it's not always the same for each horse. It can be very different. I'm about to show you how different it is working with one of these compared to the other one. And we'll have a look and see how Zara goes. Now, just hold on a second, my girl. Just going to pop your stuff away, then you're free to go. Okay, you ready? Alright, lovely. Out you go. Come on. So leave that open. Get the other one. Go and grab the other girl. Yeah, not you. I'm going to grab the other girl. Oh, she says, oh, don't grab me again. Let me get that grass. Grab this girl over here. I'll try not to let the red devil out. I don't even know where the red devil is. Hopefully he's somewhere far, far away so we don't get him stuck with us. And we'll see how we go with Miss Zara. I'll try and sneak. Yeah. And this girl is yet another horse with a different set of attitude. She's got a very bad attitude when it comes to people. Doesn't like human beings. She likes to be a bit belligerent with people, especially when she's in season, which she still is in season. I'll sat in with her. Beautiful, but she's got an attitude. She's 16 years old. She's a buckskin cross with a Welsh mountain pony. I need some water. Give me a second. And I'll go and grab her gear. Oh, Zara, you're treading all over your stuff. And this girl goes bitless or with a bit, depending on what you want to do. I generally ride with a bit in when we're out and about because by law over here you've got to have a bit in. But usually I'll do a bitless. Now it's getting really hot, so I won't be on her long. I think it's too hot today. I am about ready to drop down. Hey Mark, how you doing? Yeah, it's it because I think people just don't, or they don't get the full picture. They just see a snippet. Like you might see me coming off of Ellie and go, this woman can't ride. She's useless. She's hopeless. And on that day, actually, what it took to stay on Ellie it's amazing. I stayed on from the very get-go because she took off at rocket speed, and my back got thrown back, so she left me halfway behind. I should have come off the back of her, but I managed to pull myself back up. But probably would have been better off going off the back of her. But yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, not too bad. Just a bit hot, so I don't want to be too long doing this, but. Actually, what I'll do, turn this around so I can see the screen too, and see, that way I can talk to you while I'm getting her ready. Hope the kids are going good. But it's easy to have a go from an armchair or whatever. One thing to do. I don't have a tendency to ever to judge other people that are riding horses or working with horses. Unless they're whipping the crap out of a horse, then I'll have an issue with it. But even then, I want to see the context of what's happening. Come on. Come on, cranky girl. Yeah, she's in mood. She says, I don't want to do nothing. Come on. Walk up. Walk up. Good girl. Thank you. Hello. Are you going to be nice today? We're in a cranky pants mood. Now there's one thing I can say about myself that is different now. My balance is no good. After I had that stroke, my balance has never come back properly, so I feel like I'm going all over the place. My friend's been watching my video. She lives the other road. We ride together sometimes. She says to me, I can't see a problem. She can't see it, but let me tell you, I get vertigo often, and I usually get it when I'm riding. It makes me feel like I'm pushing forwards or backwards when I'm not. So I have to concentrate a lot to keep my seat at all. It's very difficult to keep my seat. And when I start trotting and stuff, I tend to very badly wobble now. And I never used to be like that. I had an excellent seat and I was really good at staying where I needed to be. I did a lot of bush riding, see? So now it's a lot more difficult for me to keep that balance. I'm getting there slowly. I'm working at it. Working at the core muscle strength and working at getting my back, the bottom of my back a bit stronger because my back isn't strong either. Yeah. Lovely girl. Come this way a little bit closer so it's easy for me to get this up. Good girl, Stevie. Yeah. She'll settle in once I get going. She just has an attitude all the time. In the paddock, out to the paddock. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Oh my God, Papa! Go home! Don't you ever do that again. Scared the crap out of me. Horse didn't care, but it certainly scared me. Bugger of a thing. Now, I've got to get a better girth than this. I had a better girth and I think I accidentally sold it with the saddle that I had a while ago. I don't know what I did to it. It's gone. This one's a little bit shorter than I'd like, but the other one I've got is too long, so I can't use the other one because it won't even get tightened. It's way too long. It'll fit Ellie, but it won't fit Zara. And this saddle is a good one for me because it does not fit Ellie either. Otherwise I'd use it with her as well because it holds you in. But I'm getting really bad with the stirrups and things. My coordination is getting really bad. I'll end up having to go to riding for the disabled to actually stay on a horse if I keep it up, the way things are going. I'll do it as long as I can, as long as they'll let me. But if it's at risk of killing myself, I won't keep it up. I'll stop at some point soon. Yep. Yep. Come on, Eva. Come on. Yippee. Good girl. Good girl. Let's warm up these old girls. Up. Yep. Yep. girl. Lovely. Good girl. So I'll grab her bitless bridle. I'll take this one off up the top here. Go to that. I can't see what I'm doing. I have no idea. Yeah, you take with it. I'm sorry about that. I'm a little bit out of sorts here. There's the third. Actually, fourth. Fourth one. There we go, got that in. Make sure the chin strap goes where it needs to go. Unhook that one there. That don't need to be that. Don't need that. Make sure none of this is causing any problem with the other one. No hairs pulling, nothing like that, so she can't get upset or cranky about it. It's uncomfortable. Make sure that's saddled where it needs to be. Now, I will have to adjust the saddle again. She's puffing out right now. Once she goes around for a bit. Up. And you'll watch real quickly how this horse is very different to the other one. With the lazy one, you ask her to move and you get nothing. This girl, you ask her to move and you get everything you ask. Walk on there, good girl. Walk on, Hub. Walk on. No, keep going. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm not going to get good. Walk on there. Swinging my little rope a little bit, so this rope is swinging a little, just to let her know I mean business. Walk on there, good girl. Warm her up a little before we get her to trot. Even though it is warm weather, she is an older horse. And she has a bit of arthritis, so we like to take a little bit of time just to warm her up a bit. Here, trot. Here, trot. Trot it. Good girl. Trot it. Good girl. Decanter. 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 We don't need much. She was out there running wild a minute ago. Now trot and walk and turn. Good girl. And walk. Walk on. Walk. Walk on. She says, okay, I'm going to listen. No, is that, no. Other way. Other way. Other way. Turn up. Yep. Walk on. There's a walk on. And to trot. To trot. Back out a bit. To canter. Canter. Up it. Canter. Come on, up it. Lazy bones. Just watch that little wet pup. Hey, canter, hop. She's annoyed with that dog. Papa! Papa, go home. Dog's being silly. Thanks, Mark. Oh, I'm not a fantastic musician. I'm a bit of a blunderer actually with the things, but I do like to try and make music. But I appreciate your very kind view of me. It's nice to be appreciated in that way. It's good. Now, she's a little bit more happy there. And we'll see how she goes when I actually get on. I want to put this dog away though. The dog is bothering me, so I'm going to just lock her up for a second. Darling, you want to stay? I'm just going to ground find her and ask her to stand here. Stay. You will stay. No, stay. Papa, hi. Got rid of puppy, got the puppy to go where she belongs. Now, I really do not want to get on today, but I'm going to do it. I don't feel like it. It's hot and I'm tired. But I'll do it just for the sake of showing you what she does. She's one who doesn't like to stand still and never has ever since I got her. She was professionally broken in, but she was broken in with quite a hard old style of breaking in. So she has issues with men and she has issues with certain things. Every now and again things will come up and she will just be very upset and cranky about something. Just like me. A bit of trauma. A bit of traumatic experience when she was younger, I'd say. But very reliable trail horse. Come on. Come on. Good girl. I'm going to ask her to stand while I hop on. I don't want her to move. Lately she's been pretty good with it. Yeah, well. Okay. And put her down, relax. Good girl. Just relax. Good girl. Just relax. Let's just settle down. Good job. Good. Right. There we go. Let her just stand for a minute. Get going on me. Walk slow. Just a moment, I'm just going to take my glasses off because I've just realised again I've got my glasses on. If I come off I'm going to break them. They didn't cost me anything, they came out of the paddock actually. Oh, there we go. Let's go how to do some basic stuff. So she's a neck rein pony. You can ride her with a neck rein. Yep. You just have to tap her and she goes. Good job. Probably a bit hard to see what I'm doing there. And we'll, good girl. So she's actually listening pretty good. I'm going to set a small jump up and get her to just go over very quickly. Good girl. Just need to grab. it's not a really huge jump. It's only a small one, but it will do. It'll do the job for her, because we don't want to lift her legs too much at this point in her time, because she's got a little bit of arthritis, so we want to work her slowly into things. She can jump. This girl jumps. She's a jumper. She's always wanted to jump. Everywhere I go, when I go bush riding, if there's a log and you point her at her, she's more than happy to go over it. She loves it. I don't know why, but she just loves doing the log jumping when we're out. And actually, I didn't want to jump when I first got her. I didn't know she jumped. The lady didn't say she jumped, but took her on a big trail ride with my mate. My mate's horse jumped. She goes, "Oh, I'll go over this log. What do you want? Do you want to follow me?" She's on a big 17 hands, I think he is. Big Appaloosa. I'm on this little 13 too. He jumps this log, and then she jumped the same damn log he jumped. It was probably about this high. She went over it, not a problem. I was shocked. I was like, oh my God. I didn't know she could do it. I used to jump my other little Welsh pony. She was really good. But this one was really right into it. So these days, not so much. Now she's trying to get out of doing it. But when we were younger, we did a lot together. I miss those days. You don't realise how quick it goes. And the bond that you have when you're out every single day doing 6 to 8 hours, you get really close. But we'll see if she'll go over. Get on the other side now, just for the sake of showing that she's multi-sided. Ready? Sit. Stand. Good girl. Good job. This saddle will keep you in. She had a bit of a buck the other day, and she occasionally will walk on, but she's not listening there. So I don't want to kick. What I want to do is get her to listen. So I'm going to do a little bit of a stretch a couple of times. Just stretchy. Because again, refusing to move. It's not that she won't move, she will. I'm just trying to get her to move with its least resistance. Okay, hop. Come on. Walk on, here's it. Without kicking. I'm going to give her a little tap there. There we go. I try to do it as least resistance as possible first and foremost. We're just going to walk slowly over a couple of times. Good job. Lovely picking up. Good job. And she's doing a good job today. And we're going to try again. Better. A bit more energy there and enthusiasm. It is getting warm. And that one was quite a good little jump there. That was quite nice. Get around this way. Now this way, listening. Good girl. Good job. Listening to him. Looking at the tail. Says, oh, don't want to work. I don't know what that is, but we're not going to let it go over that. Pushing her tail around and silly. Yeah. And she's going to try and buck in a second. I can tell you right now, she want to buck. likes them. Oh, she says, I'm going to take you around. Yeah, really fast. You do the dance. Now slow it down. Whoa. Slow down. Why don't you walk over? I want her to walk over. Settle down. Settle down. Not settling down now. It's being silly. You stand for a second. No. You're going to stand where I'm asking. You're going to walk slowly. Walking. Good girl. That's better. She wants to rush and finish up. That's how she goes sometimes when she wants to get out. Just going to walk around nicely, Rain. Good girl. That's much better. I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to ask her to go this direction. I don't want to canter, I just want to walk. I want to slow down. Slow down. Good girl. It's going to walk. And walk. Walk on. Walk. Good job. That's better. And there walk. And walk. Walk. Good girl. Good job. There we go. Ow. Yeah, that's about all I'm going to do with her. I don't really want to do anything else. I'm too tired. But she likes to do the jumps. She likes to go really big. Sometimes she jumps way too big for what she needs to. She anticipates a huge jump for some reason. I don't know what it's about. Maybe when they first broke her in, they might have jumped her a lot. I don't know. But this old granny needs to probably go and lie down for an hour now. It's very hot in this sun. It's not a hot day, but it's hot when you stand. When you stand in the sun in Australia, it's hot. And I shouldn't have jumped down. I should have used the goddamn. I should have gotten off over there and used the step. That's my good knee I just landed on. That's a bad one. Good girl. Good job. Zara. There. I'll take her back home in a minute. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to do any more today. I've been going for a couple of hours now, have I? 2 hours. So that's a long time, but hey Bobby Lee, how you doing? Hey Skelly. How are you? She's a very good confident girl. She's really good to take out. She's terrible in an arena setting and stuff, but you take her out on a bush trail, she's the best horse you'll find. Excellent horse, and she'll look after you. And if you are wobbling and stuff and you feel like you're going to come off, I've trained my horses to stop when that happens. So when I'm teaching beginners and things, if they get scared and they wobble, the horse will stop and just stand. It won't go any further. But so she's a good horse if you're a nervous person. She is quick though, and she's got the Arabian bolt in her occasionally, probably about 5 or 6 times over the last 9 years. She's gone on a bit of a bolt. Mostly when she sees merino sheep. I don't know why, but they've got a big ball on their head. And if they pop up out of the grass, she takes off like a rocket. I've never come off this horse. It's probably the only horse I've never come off of. Come off of every other horse I've been around. But I've never come off of her. But she takes care of you. She's a good little doer. I'm just getting too old to get out and do things now. And I'm sore all the time, so she can go pretty fast. Yeah, she can go fast when she wants to. They're all pretty quick. Actually, the fastest one out of all of them is a little red fella, Tocky. He's like a super slingshot thing. He goes whoosh. When they're all running together, he actually outruns the girls. He's insane how quick he gets. But I'm gonna probably put him in as a cart pony. I just don't know if I've got the energy to do it. I need to find someone else who wants to work with me, because you need two people when you want to go out on the road and you're training a cart. You can do it alone, but it's a lot, and it's quite risky if you've got a horse that may be a bit funny on the road. I walk him down the road sometimes here and there, and he's pretty good. So we'll just have to see how everything goes. But she says let's throw that down. But anyway, I've been on here for 2 hours, guys. I need to get inside out of the heat. Thank you so much for everybody hanging around. Thank you, Herman, who's been here the whole time. Thanks, Emos, Skelly and Bobby Lee. Thank you for coming through, and everyone else who's come through. Norma, Mark. Who else has been here? I don't even know. There's a fair few people. So thank you so much, and you guys have a really lovely, and Tassie, have a lovely day. I'll catch you guys later, and stay tuned for some more pony adventures soon. Bye for now. Take care of each other and be kind. Thank you. Bye.